So this is Dupery, I believe is how you say that, or Dupery, duping something. It's a detective roguelike game that you have to solve a case. It said like it's a Krog-like, clock-like game. Krog-like? Did I say Krog-like? Roguelike, clock-like game? Or something like that. I guess you try to find out who the killer is. So we're gonna try it out and see what it's like. Crime never sleeps, so I guess I won't either. Not while the syndicate continues to spread. I've got work to do. Okay. Welcome back, Detective. As you may have heard, the city is rampant with crime. The syndicate's roots have grown ever more expansive, and corruption festers like never before. I fear that if we don't act now, we won't have another chance. I must say, you've been out of the game for a while. Let me catch you up to speed. On the left, you can see the number of innocent, meddler, underling, and traitor roles you can expect to see on the board. Innocent and meddler roles are good. Underling and traitor roles are evil. All evil roles must be arrested before you can move on to your next case. On the right, you can find the list of suspects, which includes all roles that can be found in this case. We'll call these suspected roles. So a priest and a mobster. Okay. Roles can only appear once on the board. However, certain roles may hide their true identity and pretend to be other roles. You can hover over a suspect to get a description of what each role does if you need more details on. I lie and pretend to be in-play role. When investigated, I announce I am the priest. When I am lying or tainted, I will announce something else. Okay. Okay, that's enough dilly-dallying. There's work to be done. Cases to be solved. Start by investigating one of the homes on the board. Hold this to reveal the home. Okay. Let's do home 1. I am the priest. Have you come to pray? 2 priests. That's impossible. One of them must be a mobster pretending to be the priest. Luckily for us, the mobster is a liar, meaning the information they give will be false. Arrest the imposter and finish the case. It's this one. Because he literally says in his thing, I am the priest. Case solved in 5 hours. Reveal all. Oh, continue. Cool. I solved the case. Here's your new case. Who's been drawing everywhere? Well, you better clean it up before you start. Use the rubber eraser in the mess. Click the eraser to hold and erase. It's a rubber eraser. Oh, okay. Oh, is it because I'm going against the clock and this is like a part of the time thing? Apologize for that, Detective. Should you wish to make notes, make good use of the pen on the left. Scroll with the mouse wheel, hold the button to change the color. Pen can be dragged on the board to pin and remove. Pins can be recolored the same way you pin. Okay, try not to make too much of a mess, Detective. Now let's begin, shall we? Oh, it's for pinning. Okay, this case is a little bit more complex than the last one. There's quite a few new suspects. Make sure to have a look at them before making any rash decisions. And be careful, Detective. Every time you arrest a good role, your reputation will drop considerably. If your reputation drops too low, well, I'm afraid I have to let you go. No pressure. All right, so we have a reporter. When investigated, he'll announce how many steps he needs to take to reach the closest evil role. Therapist. When investigated, I announce how many of my adjacent neighbors are evil. The priest. When I'm the priest, I announce I'm the priest. Yep. When investigated, I announce one in-play role and one not in-play role, specifically specifying which is which. Okay. Underling. Pretend to be another role. As spectator, I obscure one non-meddler role, hiding its name, appearance, and information. Numbers are not obscured. I lie and pretend to be the role I'm suspected as. Okay, so let's go to number 1. The priest lives in town. I've never heard of the therapist. But there is a therapist. Wait, hold on. There is a therapist. I'm 2 steps away from the closest evil. 1, 2. This guy is an evil. 100%. And he blocked out that guy. I have 3 evil clients. Oh, okay. If there's a therapist, how many adjacent evils? If this person is 2 steps away, I don't think this one, there's not 2 reporters, is there? Or can there be 2 reporters? There's 3 innocents and 2 underlings. So whoever this guy is the innocent. I think the mailman, well, this one says I have 3 evil clients. Okay, wait. So as of right now, he's suspect number 1, for sure. The priest lives in town. I've never heard of the therapist. There is no Oh, there is a priest. Oh! Wait. There is a priest. Wait a minute. Wait. There's a priest. There's a priest and a spectator for sure. Because he obscures 1 meddling role. And this guy is lying. Because it says there's 3 evil clients. And there's only 2. So this person, I believe you are the bad guy. Yep. And that means that this is the priest, which means this is the mobster. Damn. This is cool. I like this. It has solved it in 12 hours. Okay. There's 3 innocent, 0. There's 0 traitors, 1 underling. There's a priest who will announce that he's a priest. A mailman will announce 1 in play and 1 non in play. A tailor will pick 2 roles and announce that they're the same alignment. A mathematician, when investigated, I announce the sum of all evil roles' addresses. Okay, so I have to pay attention to what their addresses is like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a mobster will pretend. So the traitor, you see the blue hand symbol? That means they can help us. This shows the role has 1 time ability. These useful skills that can do whenever. Make sure you read what it is. Always useful to know what to expect to use an ability. Click on that and follow the instructions. Okay, so he can pick 2 roles and announce if they are the same alignment. Okay. The mailman, the priest, and another tailor. 2 tailors. One of them must be a mobster. Their ability will still work, but as they are the liar, the information will give them incorrect. Use the ability wisely. You'll quickly become one of the best detectives in this precinct. Okay. This one and this one. 2 and 4 are not the same alignment. Okay. Use it on yourself and this guy. 2 and 4 are the same alignment. Well, the priest is right. The tailors live in town. I've never heard of the mathematician. There's no mathematician. So he's right. I think it's this role. I arrested the wrong person. Fuck. It's that tailor. It was the first tailor. Oh, because he would tell me if they're the same alignment. If he's telling me they're not the same alignment, then... Okay. I see. Okay. This new case of yours is not an easy one. Look. See how there's a meddler and there's traitors in play? Meddlers are good if you can believe that. They will often cause you a lot of trouble. Traitors are on the other hand, are pure evil. It will often make solving the case much harder. Good luck, detective. Okay. So there's a weatherman. He announces 3 addresses. 1 address leads to an innocent, to a meddler, and to an underling or a traitor. There's 1 traitor, 1 underling, 1 meddler, and 3 innocent. Okay, the surgeon, on the 12th hour, I might kill an innocent role. Okay. Mathematician announces the sum of all evil. Vigilante, pick a roll and selected roll. I kill it, otherwise nothing happens. Okay, so on the 12th hour, I have to be careful now, so that's 2. I've calculated the number 4. So whatever equals the number 4, the sum of all evil rolls. Addresses. Nope. Well, that's already an evil roll right there. That's the mobster. Okay. I am the priest, is what he says. Surgeon. Okay, this is a vigilante. We're on the 9th hour. Do I arrest the meddler? You will lose twice as much reputation as normal. Others treat your reputation status as poor. I lie and pretend to be a suspected not in play role. Forecasts. Wait, I lie and pretend to be a suspected not in play role. So are you the surgeon? I'm gonna use your ability to shoot him. I missed number 6. The forecast is 2, and you predict that 1 is a meddler, so 6 is the meddler. 2 is the priest. And 4 was a mobster. But 1 not in play role. I think vigilante. Nope. Shit. It's glowing this guy? Oh, it was the mathematician. I have calculated the number 4. Funny enough, he actually pointed me in the direction that I needed to do. Detective, this new case is interesting. Okay. Have a look at the suspect list. We have a poisoner in play. Okay. Poisoners are quite tricky to deal with as they taint an adjacent role. Roles that are tainted will be forced to lie even if they are good. It's key to remember that a role that lies is not always evil. A tainted role will still read as a good to others, so try to use all the information to pick this mess apart. Okay, so a reporter. Well, when investigated, I announced how many steps I need to take to reach the closest evil role. Okay, and then this will say how many are adjacent. Investigated, I announced the direction of the nearest evil role from me that is in my column or row. If the closest evil rolls are the same distance away from me, I start barking if I find the evil. I start barking if I find no evil. I sniff. Okay, the priest will say he's a priest. When I am lying or tainted, I will announce something else. Okay. When investigated, 1 in play role, 1 on, and then the poisoner. Okay. I am 1 step away from the closest evil role. So, am I a holy person, a priest? I have 0 evil clients. So, they're all adjacent to him. It's him. Boom. In 7 hours, dude. That was the quickest one that I did. Another day, another case, right, detective? Once again, the syndicate has given us a challenge. Have a look at the barkeep. They are special. They will transform an innocent role into a drunkard. Not only is this irresponsible, but it also messes with our reports. The ratio on the left can be outdated when these transformations occur. So there's 4 innocent, 0 meddlers, 3 underlings, and a traitor. There's a scoundrel, cannot die or be arrested unless on the last evil roll. And the barkeep transforms and pretends to be another role. And then we have all of the similar ones. So we're gonna go with 1. I have 3 evil clients. That's the one that's adjacent, right? So there's 3. So it says these 3 are evil. Points west or south. So it's saying the therapist is evil. I've calculated the number 7. That's the scoundrel. So that's perfect. I have 2 evil clients. Okay. I am 2 steps away from the closest evil. Well, no, you're not. No, you're not. You are not 2 steps away from the closest evil. What does the tailor do? Same alignment. 6 and 4. 6 and 4 are not the same alignment. 6 is evil. Yeah, you are not 2 steps away. Which means that this therapist is the bad one. And then the scoundrel is the last bad one. Damn. I'm a regular old crazy person. Another poisoner in these parts. The syndicate really is relentless. Remember, a lying roll is not always evil. Okay. There's 1 meddler, 2 underlings, a poisoner, and a con man. What's a con man? I pretend to be a role in play. When I am arrested, I am not revealed. Bounty hunter. I pick and taint an innocent role. When investigated, I announce 3 addresses, one of which belongs to my target. So 2, 3, and 4. I've calculated number 8. If you've calculated the number 8, the sum of all the addresses that are evil. So it needs to be numbers that equal 8. So it should be 6 and 2. Points south. That's an evil roll. I am 3 steps away from the closest evil roll. You cannot be 3 steps away from the closest evil roll. Oh, maybe you are. Okay, well, the poisoner, I got the poisoner. I got to get the con man. The con man pretend to be a pro, and when they're arrested, is not revealed. I do think that's the con man. When I have calculated number 8. If that's the case, but the bounty hunter says that it taints a roll. So are you tainted? Wait, there's 2 mathematicians, and they both calculated the number 8. 6 and 2 equals 8. And nothing else does. So it has to be you. Case solved. Done. Yeah, it had to have been him. Detective, you may have noticed throughout your cases that each time you investigate or arrest, time moves forward. Investigating a role takes 2 hours, while arresting a role it only takes 1. Abilities do not take up any time. Up until now, it hasn't been very important, but I must warn you. In many neighborhoods, there's still danger lurking. Rules might change the state of the board as time progresses. Sometimes it's best to arrest quickly. Plus, we're not paying you overtime. Oh, so now it's saying, after the 24th hour, I become evil without others noticing. When investigated, I announce at what time the clock tower will ring. I add a clock tower on the board when I'm suspected. Okay. I lie and pretend to be another role. Find the evil. Okay. Sniffs. What do you do when there's no evil? There's no evil, I sniff. Okay. The clock tower will ring on the 6th and 7th hour. I am the priest, so that's the priest. Clock tower ring on the 10th and 11th hour. Well, it did not ring on the 6th or 7th hour. He's right. That's the evil roll. Done. Damn. Detective, this case might cause you trouble. As you can see, there's a con man in play. I already just dealt with a con man. I know how this works now. You don't have to keep doing that. Okay, when he's arrested, there's 1 meddler, a copycat. I pretend to be a good role in play. Okay. I have 1 evil client. So it's a vigilant. I have calculated number 8. That's the case that makes you the evil client of all evil roles. Addresses. That makes this one evil and you evil. Yeah, that was dumb. The instant they say I calculated number 8, dude. Crime never sleeps, so I guess I won't either. Now while a syndicate continues to do their work. What? Oh. Oh, okay. I guess I'm past the tutorial phase now, so I guess we're going into it now. Suspected wife, 10 addresses in town. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Okay. So we have a mistress. I am surrounding the wife's partner unless the wife is lying or tainted. I make the wife jealous. I lie and pretend to be a suspected role. Holy shit. I play innocent. When investigated, I announce their addresses. I'm adjacent to my... I announce the address, their address. I am adjacent to my innocent partner. Okay, you play that fall guy. Other roles consider me an evil underling. Other roles cannot pretend to be me. And the skeptic. When investigated, I announce one address and its alignment. If your reputation status is poor, I lose faith in you. All right. 4 is good, says the skeptic. The weatherman lives in town. I've never heard of the copycat. So it's saying there's no copycat in town. I am the priest. Okay, that's a good roll. There's a fall guy right there. 9 is good. So there's 2 skeptics now. It's saying 4 is good and 9 is good. 4 is this guy, so where's 9? I have 0 evil clients. I've calculated number 12, which would be 10 and 2. I'm 2 steps away from the closest evil, unless you are the evil. The mathematician lives in town. I've never heard of the weatherman. Oh, wait a minute. I will never forgive my partner. Okay, so we now have everybody unveiled. So, we have to do some thinking here. There's a mistress. I am surrounding the wife's partner unless the wife is lying or tainted. And the wife's partner is adjacent to... I pick an innocent partner. When investigated, I announce their address I'm adjacent to. Oh! That's... Wait, so when they're investigated, they announce the address there. I am surrounding the wife's partner unless the wife is lying or tainted. I make the wife jealous and I lie and pretend to be a suspected role. I am a priest. I believe that is... I am the priest. So I think the priest is fine. At this current moment, I think you're fine. The weatherman lives in town. Is there a weatherman? There is no weatherman in town. So the mailman is the liar. The mailman's the mistress. Okay. So there's a mobster, though. So it says, I have 0 evil clients. Nope, that brought my reputation down. That's not good. I'm 2 steps away. So you have to be evil. Wait, no. If the therapist is fine, but it said that adjacent roles, unless it's, oh, it's counting adjacent like that and not diagonal. So then this is the bad one. Yep, there we go. Okay. 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 I like this. I like this a lot, actually. Let's do this one. Therapist suspected. There's a specter. I obscure non-relevant role, hiding its name and information. Numbers are not obscured. I lie and pretend to be the suspected role. To be a suspected role. So there's a drunkard, a copycat, or a fall guy in here. I have a partner on this one. There's 4 innocents, so he's one of the 4 innocents, I'm assuming. 3 is the tailor, is what he says. I'm gonna trust him. 3 is not the tailor. Uh-oh. Oh, the drunkard pretends to be a good I should have remembered that. The copycat lives in town, but I've never heard of the partner is literally what he says. Okay, let's just start pulling out the rolls here. I'm 2 steps away from the closest evil. 1, 2. I'm 1 step away from the closest evil. I don't think these guys... Okay, other roles consider me as an evil underling. But he's not evil. So if he's 2 steps away, 1, 2, or 1, 2, and he's 1 step away, I've calculated the number 14, which would be 9. I've calculated the number 15. I obscure 1 non-meddler. Okay. The copycat lives in town. I have never heard of the partner. Well, the copycat does not live in town. Fuck. Reveal all. Oh, really? These two were the people? I pretend to be the mailman. Wait, it said to... Oh, I obscure a non-meddler. I didn't know he could obscure his own fucking partner. That's actually crazy. That's actually insane. I like that. I'm gonna do that again. Can I do that again? Can I hit new game and just keep going? Or is it gonna put me in the tutorial again? Okay, cool. I can keep going. This is hard. Let's do a hard one. There's a copycat suspected here. A specter that obscures the role, so now I know. Okay. There's 4 innocents, 2 meddlers, 2 underlings. Let's just start knocking on doors. This one says 3 is good. I will never forgive my partner, and the wife is obscure. 2, 4, and 6 says this one. So it's a role that doesn't hide. It's a role that would look for other stuff. Calculate the number 11. This one says numbers, though. Okay, so number 3 is the weatherman. And there's a tailor. What does a tailor do? It tells me the alignment of 2 people. So 1 says 3 is good. I can believe that. 6 says 8 is good. 8 says the mathematician lives in town, but I've never heard of the therapist. There is no therapist. There is no therapist here. So what I'm going to do is this. You and you. They are not the same alignment. So one of these 2 is the bad role for sure. Whether it's the mistress. So the mistress is... Wait. I'm surrounding the wife's partner. So... I think 8's the mistress. No, 8 was the copycat. Okay. So that would make them not the same alignment because they're not both meddlers. The mathematician, I calculated the number 11. Calculated the number 11. So 8 and 3. Is that the evil addresses? Okay, fuck it. Oh! And then 3. Nope. Unless it's the unless 7. It's not. All right, one more actual one here. One more. Let's solve some crimes. Let's do some things, okay? One more. Let's go. Let's just go hard right out the gate. Let's just go hard, okay? We have a specter. Okay. So we need to actually pay attention here. I'm just gonna grab every roll and see who everybody is. Okay. So we'll start from 1 and work our way. The forecast today, 3, 8, and 9. The weatherman says that 1's innocent, 1's a meddler, and 1's an underling. So 3 says I have 3 evil clients. Which would mean, if this is correct, how many of my adjacent neighbors are evil? That would mean that this weatherman's evil, this person's evil, and this person's evil. There are 3 people here. 9 says I have 0, and this says I'm 1 step away. This says 8 is evil, and this says it's 2 steps away. This one says I have 2 evil clients, but it can't possibly have 2 evil clients because there's only 1 adjacent person. So if this is 2 steps away, then that would mean that this is an evil person. But there's also a copycat on the board. There's a copycat on the board that pretends to play a good role. So I don't want to just start arresting motherfuckers for the sake of it. The priest is ruled out. The weatherman says 3, 8, and 9. I'm assuming... because it can't be... okay. If this is this, I don't think this is it. Yeah, okay, that's what I was going to say. I don't think that's the case, because that would mean that the weatherman is whatever. So the evil role here is there, which means this therapist or this guy is the meddler. I'm assuming this is the copycat. I'm assuming. And I think this is the specter. Aha! Okay. Okay. I think this is the copycat. But then again, this says I have 2 evil clients, and you can't possibly have 2 evil clients. So I'm actually going to say it's you. Okay. So that means that I kind of want to reveal who was what. He was the copycat. I was right. So that was a therapist. But he actually helped me find it. And even still, this said I had 2 evil clients, so he kind of threw himself under the bus. Okay. What's the next one? Next one. There's a tailor. Let's do this one. Let's do another hard one. Let's just do hard ones consistently. Okay, we have a problem. There's new rules. When arrested, reduce your reputation twice as a normal amount. Don't do that. Drunkard, I lie and play or pretend to be a good role, not in play. Fall guy. Okay. We're going to just start pulling everyone's doors open. So there is a wife. This says 1 is evil. This shows an address of 2. This says I pick an innocent role, and when investigated, I announce their address. I am adjacent to my innocent partner. 5 says 10 is suspicious. This says 1 is evil. There's a mistress on the field. There's also potential for a copycat. I am the priest. I am the... oh, wait a minute. We have 2 people claiming they're the priest. In 2 different ways. This says 9 is good. The mathematician lives in town. I've never heard of the youngster. 4 is the mathematician. I think you're lying for sure, because 4 is the fall guy. But it says other roles consider me as an evil role. Other roles cannot pretend to be me. Oh, wait. If it's saying 4 is a mathematician, a copycat... but a copycat will pretend and someone could be drunk. I lie and pretend to be a good role, not in play, and I pretend to be a good role. So I have 2 things being a good role. I do not think this person's... okay, so then it is you. Yep. 10 is the skeptic. He's right. 10 is a skeptic. He thinks 1 is evil. And if you're adjacent to your partner, this one says 9 is good. Wait. Yeah, no, you're right. Then that's the mistress. Okay, so then there's 1 more. It's the mobster. Click these 2. 3 and 7 are not the same alignment. Okay. I think it's you. Nope, it's you. Okay. So I am the priest. Oh, it says pressed. I didn't even read the typo. Fucking dyslexia. All right. My reputation's good. It's okay. We stay on good reputation, right? We have a copycat, a drunkster. Yep. Okay. We still have the same evil people. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Private eye. Oh, we're gonna have to look and see what that is. There's 2 youngsters. I got nothing. On the 10th hour, I announced the addresses of an investigated underling if possible. Okay. Well, if I arrest the wrong youngster, this says 3 is evil. 3 very well could be. The therapist lives in town. I've never heard of the mathematician. No. The skeptic lives in town. I've never heard of the specter. So it's saying there's no specter. This says 3, 4, and 8. So one of these roles are evil. 3, 4, and 8. I think 3 is evil. 3 wasn't evil. I think 8 is evil. No! Oh, they were right next to each other. Aww. Oh, man. Oh, I got fired. All right, well, that was a very fun game. I think this is a very, like, cool take on a little thing. I don't really see how it's a roguelike unless you can unlock stuff or something. I don't necessarily see that, I guess, because of runs and stuff like that. But overall, I think that was really, really fun. And if you liked the video, drop a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next one.